Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Hey, pick your game up.
Here's the former number 2 pick, the Pro Bowler Saquon Barkley. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Rolling to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Throwing, Jones. Rolling to his right. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run it here with Smith. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To try again after the sack. Jones, they'll set up the screen to Barkley. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
53,
Hey, Echo. Get it.
Now Jones. Out left, Allison's got it. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On third down, Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
At their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Kroft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. Now TJ Yeldon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know,
and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Alec Ogletree able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. This is Yeldon. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. TJ Yeldon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hauschka with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Saquon Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
90 Wolf.
Back to throw. Jones. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain. The toss out to Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready, set, 5.
Army. 49 to Mike. Down to lose 1.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
It is hard in zone coverage to stop a curl route because when they see it, they just try and find the open spot and sit down.
Yeah, we always talk about finding the soft spot in the zone. What's the key to doing that? How do you do it?
You have to read what the coverage is. Is it 2 deep? Is it 3 deep? Because then you know where the linebackers are going to drop, what spots it.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season. as they are now on the board here in the first half. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go as we saw there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Yeldon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills have taken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Jones on 1st down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Corey Coleman. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go! Let's go!
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. That's a prime example of how Josh Allen can hurt a defense. You remember back to his rookie season a year ago, 631 rushing yards, second only to Lamar Jackson. Also had 8 rushing touchdowns. He is a dual-threat QB. To throw, it's Allen. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be second and goal. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen, eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Alec Ogletree able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills have come back to regain the lead. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably...
Jones hit in the ball zone. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. Jones. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! This one fielded at the 5. Ooh, with a juke. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Allen from the gun on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 15.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now on second down, this is Gore. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Mike,
Round 80! Alert!
And here's Allen from the gun on third down. Flush to his right. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let it.
58, come on. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Let go.
A first down carry for Barkley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Pittsburgh. Hey, high 7.
From the 40 now on second down. Jones, they shakes him off. Fights off the defender. Coleman has it here right side. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 19.
8 reads. X3. 218. Chopper. 5.
On the draw, this is Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. Past the 20. 10. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is taken at his 4. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Right there in the middle, 55. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
From the 38, Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Well, let's see, he was 8 of 13 prior to that pass, now 8 of 14, Charles.
Yeah, that's not horrible, but he's been under a ton of pressure throughout this game, not able to stay on his spot. You know, quarterbacks talk about that all the time, being able to get to one place, set up and throw. When they make you move a little bit, oftentimes your accuracy suffers.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
1st and 10 at the 34.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here.
This is Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, Haywood!
On 2nd and 15 now. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Intercepted by the Bills. Sets up first down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 5. Brings up second and goal at the 11.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
23.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Under 10. 52. 10.
Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. Steps away to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Go.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Robert Foster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills have retaken the lead. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2.
56.
Allen to throw once more. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
At the 39-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Alexander wreaking the defensive havoc.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure they're...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, 76 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back, part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Barkley, and he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Yeldon. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Tighten up, tighten 6-6. Pull it high.
Gore again here on 1st down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. On 1st down, it's Gore. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A run right side. It's Gore. And down inside the 15.